Hello, folks. It's me, Michael Bach, your diversity dude, and it's time for another episode of Monday Morning Musings. And yes, it is Monday afternoon. I'm late. I own it, but I have an excuse. It snowed all weekend in Toronto, and it's February, so I'm allowed because I'm cranky. Anyway, wanted to talk about something that I saw on 60 Minutes over the weekend. Not Canadian, but stay with me. It'll make sense. They did a piece on pay equity and the ties of pay equity to the Me Too movement. A lot of women have, particularly those in prominent positions, actors, whatnot, have been stepping forward and saying, hold on a second, I'm being paid less than my male counterpart for the same job. And it's really this massive move of feminism in our world that I'm excited about. And they interviewed the CEO of Salesforce. And a few years ago, his head of HR challenged him and said, we need to do a pay equity audit. And he didn't believe for a second that there were any issues. They did the audit, and what they found out was that there was a discrepancy at all levels, in all business units, in all geographies, where women were being paid less for the same job. And they corrected it, and it cost them $3 million in salary increases that were not anticipated. It's a great piece. I encourage you to go and take a peek at it if you can. But it got me thinking about my experiences around pay equity here in Canada. And I remember a number of years ago at a former employer, I raised the issue of potential pay equity issues and when was the last time we had done an audit. And I got an emphatic response, and it was from a woman who said, we don't have any issues here, and shut it down and wouldn't allow me to pursue it. She wouldn't allow me to potentially do a pay equity audit. And the reality of the situation is I didn't know if there were issues, but I wanted to know. I wanted to know because then we could correct them, but I wasn't allowed. So I'm dropping the mic. I'm dropping the gauntlet. Or I'm spilling a lot of things. And my challenge is to all CEOs of all organizations, large or small, public or private, is to do a pay equity audit. And why that's important is making sure that we are treating people with respect. And the reality is that we gather respect from our pay. And when we find out that we're paid less than someone for doing the exact same job because of our gender, it's an issue. It really causes issues. So I'm challenging every organization in this country to do a pay equity audit. And it's as simple as looking at everyone in the same roles and checking their salaries, making sure that there is an equality in the salary bands. I can say with absolute confidence here at CCDI that we pay everyone the same, and that's because we eliminated pay bands. We eliminated the ability for people to negotiate up on a salary. You started with us as a coordinator, a manager, director, whatever. There's a starting salary for those positions. And that way we eliminated the option. So challenge is issued. I expect lots of people to be writing me and saying, we did a pay equity audit and we found nothing. Or we did a pay equity audit and we found problems and we fixed them. And that's what I want to see, is employers in this country taking ownership of it, not being afraid to look under the hood, and running a pay equity audit. So that's it for me. I am off to beautiful Thunder Bay, Ontario to see my peeps, do some training. I hope you have a fabulous week. Remember to subscribe to my channel somewhere. And I will see you all next week, hopefully in the morning, for another episode of Monday Morning Musings.